This is our first attempt at doing a drone tour of our farm. You'll have to excuse the horrible flight skills of the amateur drone hobbyist. Yes, our drone is registered and all that legal jazz. The kids loving life and liking watching the drone fly through the air. This area here is going to be the parking lot for our farm store. We've got that scrap wood in front of the van. That's going to be where our farm market is, and we're building a dividing wall so not everyone has to see our cars and everything. We'll have plenty of freezers, shelves to display other folks' products, and that's where we'll be selling our rare varieties of watermelon, potatoes, and that kind of thing. You can see Becca there coming over, check things out. You see the big bank barn in the back. That's going to take a lot of work to save as the foundation's collapsing, but we are working on it. Our beautiful house with the rabbit cage. Becca's waving, hi. You can see the reel mower out next to that rabbit cage, and you can kind of see the compost underneath. We're putting our kitchen scraps under there, as well as shredded paper for our carbon. It's making wonderful compost. Beautiful farmhouse. That road you see there is State Route 286. That dug up row on the left right underneath the power lines is going to be crepe myrtles, a throwback to our Georgia days. And this is the scary part, flying along. I'm about 70 feet in the air, and I thought I was enough. But here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh, go up. This area right here is going to be fenced in, and we'll keep some animals on there to build fertility. You saw the lime grass down there, a sign of infertility. But it is high ground despite being right next to that creek. We don't really want to use the water from that creek as it is wildly polluted from runoff. This is the back corner of our fields. You can see everything's row crop. Those circles in the field are not aliens. It's actually just the combine's tracks that it left. There's very, very little organic matter in the soil. It was planted in soybeans, so it should have some nitrogen. But one good sign is we did find some earthworms, so it's not completely devoid of life. You can see towards the right-hand side of the screen, and you'll see this all over this backfield, there are some gullies starting to be washed out very quickly, because they are not vegetative, nor is there a lot of sod or any other plant material other than a monoculture being grown in this place yet. We have cover crops down, but unfortunately for the 2 months after we put them down in the fall, we hardly got any rain. That road you see there is Upper 5 Mile Road. So we are at the corner of Upper 5 Mile and 286, and our driveway is right across from Milady Road. Beautiful view of the farm there. This whole back field is what we own and a little bit past those barns. And there is a slight slope to the south, which would be the right of your screen. We are going to be planting trees in lines, chestnut trees, with a black locust next to it and an apple tree or some other fruit tree next to that. And we'll be doing those in a line, very, very tightly together down southward, and heading east, there'll be a 50-foot or so gap. In doing so, we will be able to raise a whole bunch of products on the same piece of pasture ground. You can see our farm name there in beautiful letters that I etched out as soon as we closed, but I only finally got around to doing this. But as I was saying, this permaculture design of stacking different vertical layers, literally, will also help us vertically integrate the farm into other items. We'll be producing chestnuts, pick your own fruit, mainly apples, and every line, the apple trees we're going to design to be ripening around the same time. With the land with the land slightly sloping. It's towards the south, especially up in this northern climate. It's very, very good for the apple trees as the cold will settle in the valleys. Here, it's starting to fade out, but I wrote hashtag SOS, save our soils, save our country, SOC, soil organic carbon. It is my and many other folks in this movement's belief that our country will collapse unless we focus on our soils. We've been blessed with an abundance of soil health in this country because it was essentially virgin soil the way the Native Americans took such good care of it. We do know ways to build the soil back. Don't let anybody tell you that sustainable farming is just delaying the inevitable. We're going to use this farm to prove you can increase the organic matter of your soil without chemical fertilizers, without liming, without any of that. So stay tuned because this is going to be a wild ride. We will use our farm to be a place of wholesome labor for recovering drug addicts, at-risk teens. We're going to be hosting different themed days, such as the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Day. And I've already started talking this event up with Abby Weaver of the Hopewell Center to hopefully get some translators, sign language translators. It's going to be great. You see the creek that runs the length here, and that's that low point with another very severe gully. And you can see the barn and the farm buildings across the street there. The smaller one on the right, that red one, is where we're probably going to put up chickens for the winter. Other than that, they will be roaming through the pastures. If you guys can like this video, give us some constructive feedback. I know the flying was not that great. We'd appreciate it. Take care, y'all. Semper Grazing Ranch, signing out.